this is your first time, um, welcome to the channel. We're going to be cracking open the Mr. Tacklebox Elite Bass Box today for the month of October. We are very, very close to giveaway time. We're at 2:48 right now as of the time of the recording. At 2:50, I'll do all the stuff for the giveaway. I've been saving little things up for quite a while now for this giveaway because this is something I kind of planned. Yeah, so when we hit that 250, I'll drop the information. I might make a separate video. But anyway, let's get tearing into this box. See what we got. Alright, right off the top here, we've got the Thunderhawk Hybrid Diver, 3/8 ounce, 3 inches. Crack this guy open. I have some of these actually already. I feel like I got them in Panfish and Trout like a while back, but it was a scaled down version of this, maybe like a 2-inch version. And they've got great action. It's a super soft, subtle bait, so this would be great for cold water now that we're moving into fall. And it comes with 2 heads and 3 bodies. And inside there's not like an open cavity or anything like that when you go to put the new jig head on. I've actually never done it, so I've never had the head off, so I don't really know what that looks like. But yeah, the only thing that I don't like about these baits, especially the white ones, because I believe the other ones I have are also white, the red jig head color bleeds through the bait. And you can see it on this one really badly. See how the color's faded out and it's kind of pinkish? That is the bait. That's not the bait coming through the head. Here, seeing how this one's kind of weird, let's go ahead and pop this jig head off and see what it looks like. Yeah. So it's just straight hook to the body, sits like that, and with that cut, it's basically proprietary at this point. Don't really understand why that would bleed like that, but it does. But the action on these is pretty sweet. It's a super soft bait. Alright, next up, we got the Hummer and 3/8 ounce black and blue flake from Guggen Squad. I mean, you really can't go wrong with a buzzbait, let alone a black and blue one. One thing I do really like about the Guggen baits is that they print the weight on all of them, or the depth that they run at for like the crankbaits. But yeah, it's super solid. Actually caught a couple fish on this one. We'll check out those hook keepers. Yep, it's got that single wire. Let's see if I can get up there to the camera. See that single wire? It's pretty decent, and then farther up, it's got a molded one into, okay, let's see if we can get that skirt out of the way there. Yeah, so it's got a molded one into the body, and then it's got that wire hook keeper. These work really well. Still, I mean, after a couple dozen casts, depending on how soft your trailer is, you're still going to have to readjust it. And one thing I really do like about the Guggen spinners and the buzz baits is this stupid rubber band thing. Because you know when you're casting, sometimes it'll slide or whatever. Or if you're just like quick changing out and burning through different colors of spinners and different colors of buzz baits to find the one that you really want, and you're using a swivel if you're doing that. I mean, I don't really recommend that, but this helps keep it all good. But yeah, this is a solid bait right here. It's definitely one of the ones that I like. Alright, next up, we got another Guggen Squad bait. We got the revolver here. And this color is cool. This color is really, really cool. Let's cut this open. I don't know what they make these little pieces of tape on the Guggen baits out of, but it's annoyingly tough. Because usually it just completely wrecks the package. But yeah, so this color pattern is really cool. I've thought about buying this one a couple times actually. Skitter shad. They should just call it shattered shad, because this color is sweet. And every single one, because I've seen these in the stores, every single one, the crackle on the pattern is slightly different. So you've got that broken up white going into like a lighter chartreuse here on the side with the dot, of course, and that blue black, or that kind of blue, and then the black crackle. They got good hooks on them. I've actually never broken a Guggen Squad hook, and I've had really good luck with hookup ratios on their crankbaits. But yeah, if you're somewhere that has a fairly decent whopper plopper bite and it's fished sort of hard, this is great because it's just different enough from the whopper plopper, and it's just different sound enough that it will go back to confusing the bass, and they'll think they'll be like, oh, it's a new bait. No, not really. It's just a whopper plopper with a spinny bit on the other end, towards the front instead of the back. Which I actually kind of like this design better with them coming up. Anyway, this is a cool bait. I like this. Okay. Ooh, what do we got here? I really like crankbaits too. So this is a Jenko Fishing CD7. So this will be 7 to 9 feet, I believe. Yep, 7 to 9 feet. And the color is called Nebula. Get this out here real quick. Oh, that is a cool color. So it's like an orange pearl gradient to a pink to, it's kind of like a chameleon aquamarine. Sometimes green, sometimes blue. Super neat bait. Nice rattle. Actually, shake that next to the mic. Now that I have the mic, this is neat. I like this a lot. The only thing that I'm gonna do with this is because other Jenko products I've used before, I have broken hooks off on logs, on sticks. I think I broke one on a baby square bill on a lily pad. You know, the big heavy stocks. Yeah, it broke the hook right off. So these hooks aren't that great, and if I use this and it turns out that this is a keeper, these hooks will get upgraded. Yeah, this is a neat bait. Really like this. This is super cool. Oh yeah, and the blooper does not rattle. It just splooshes. Forgot to mention that. Okay. So, hook-wise, I got something kind of weird in my box. So, when you get the Mr. Tacklebox, it'll give you a sneak peek of what's supposed to be in the box. I'm supposed to have gotten, I believe it was EWG hooks this month from Harmony. Once again, never really mad about hooks. But this month, for whatever reason, I got these large circle hooks. I believe they're circle hooks. I don't think it's yeah, it's not an octopus hook. It's got to be a circle hook. Kind of a weird thing to throw in there. When I think bass, I don't necessarily think circle hooks, especially one this heavy wire. But here we are. This might be just like a weird little anomaly, because I know all the boxes, they're slightly different here and there. The colors aren't always the same. And, well, the hooks aren't always the same. Okay, live target, natural love competition. This is a shiner. 5 3/8 lengths, 3 1/4 ounces, 3/4 ounces. Wow, why am I having a problem with that? That's weird. Yeah, it's a swim bait. So I have a love-hate relationship with live target baits, and it's not that I love to hate them. It's just that I've had a couple that I really, really liked, and I've had a couple that I really just, they were horrible. They didn't work quite right at all in the slightest bit. I'll throw this and see what it's like. So this is definitely something, this one's light enough you can get away with throwing it probably on like 12-pound fluoro or even and up. You can throw this, depending on your water clarity, on braid very easily. But this, oh, that's weird. Hold on. Hollow body shiner, so it's a hollow body, kind of like a frog. Versatile swimming action makes it easy. Heavy cover, walk the dog across the surface. Adult treble hook to the belly to enhance hookups in open water. Okay, so this guy's basically just a fish-shaped frog. That's not quite as weedless. I mean, this could be really good, or this could be not fun. Depends how it actually floats. The color is great. The way they made it, the way they shaded the fins and the gill plates, all that stuff is great. I'd really have to get this in the water and see how I feel about it. Kind of weird. I was hoping this was going to be more like a swim bait. Alright, let's see what's next. So, vertical lures, green pumpkin, red flake, tube X. Doesn't really look like a tube, really. Oh, it is a tube. Four little flappy arms there. Is there 4 of them? Yeah, there's 4 of them. Okay, so it's a tube with a hard front. Scented. These aren't really that scented. Yeah, I'm guessing. Okay, so the front of this is solid, like you would expect from a bait, but the back of it's hollow, like a hollow body tube. Wonder if that's to bend the blow, maybe so you can fish a little more finesse. It's kind of weird that they would move the weight back like that. This is going to be something I'm going to have to play with a little bit more and really see what it does, how it wants to work. That's neat, but this thing is like not scented at all. Even though it says scented, it ain't scented. Okay, 10,000 fish saw craw. I actually kind of really like a lot of the Biospun and the 10,000 Fishmates. And I'm not really ever upset that I get them in my mystery tackle boxes. I mean, it's made by Ketchco, so it makes sense for them to put their own product in their box. Now these are scented. Okay. Yeah. And are they? Yeah, they're scented. And they're pretty salty too, which is great. So you just rip all this stuff free. And the neat thing about this that I'm really happy about, oh, got more things, is this is a perfect black and blue trailer for that. It's a phenomenal trailer for that. But yeah, this is a solid, hefty bait. You can easily, if you want to Texas rig this, you can Texas rig this. If you want to throw it as a trailer on anything, this is a great trailer for everything. Or if you just want to add size to something, this is long enough and has that drawn out action that it makes the bait look bigger if you want a larger profile. Keep the little guys away. Or when you catch them, you can look at it and be like, well, what were you going to do with that once you got that in your mouth? Throw that in there. The smoke around here has been ridiculous. I'm a little stuffy. Okay. So we got our price breakdown. Yeah. I was afraid of that. $15. Right there. So that's... Live target baits are so hit and miss because sometimes they're just really expensive and you're underwhelming. I feel like this thing's either going to be awesome or it's going to suck. I'm kind of leaning towards suck. I'm not super excited about this. Now, like this, I'm super excited. And the revolver, $13. Okay, yeah. That's retail. That's cool. $10. Okay, deal. The Hummer was $7. That's another thing. Guggen Squad buzzbaits and spinners are actually very cost effective, and the hardware on them is actually very good. Just throwing that out there. Cost effective and the hardware's good. I think the KVD Strike King ones, I think they're like $10-12. And the hardware is not much better. Yes, there are more colors. Yes, it says KVD on it. And yes, you can be like, oh, I don't use that Guggen Squad stuff. Whatever, you know. To each their own. Sawcross, $6. Thunderhawk Hybrid Diver, I would not pay $4.50 for that. $3 maybe. I'm just like, this one's all bled out. It's just upsetting. I mean, the hooks are good. They're sharp. But it all bled out all over the bait. So that's kind of lame. Vertical tubes, $2. I'm going to have to play with that to see. And $2 for the two. Yeah, see, this even says EWG hooks. Razor Series EWG hooks. Okay, that's not what I got, but it's fine. It's whatever. And then we got our book, like we always get. And we got our sticker, because we always get a sticker. Topwater Mothman. 3 ways to rig a drop shot. Real woman, real fish. Throw a change up in tough conditions. How to catch trophy trout on jerkbaits. This is a legit thing. Big trout will hit big jerkbaits. My Lake PB trout, rainbow trout, was caught on a jerkbait, and I was not ready for that. Out there bass fishing, super early spring, like pre-spawn, just seeing if I can get something, and this giant, he was every bit of 24 inches. And he dragged me and my kayak all around this cove before I finally got him in. But by the time I got him in, I just wanted to get him back in the water, so I didn't get any pictures. And I was soaked, and he was thrashing and splashing around. But he was almost as wide as my kayak. He was probably bigger than 24 inches, because I think my old kayak was like 32 inches. Anyway, this is a legit thing, and you can also use jerkbaits in slack water and rivers, and don't forget that. That's a hot tip right there. I'll give that to you guys for free. Bucktails for walleye. 3 things to remember this ice season, and why do fish jump? That's another thing. Catch a big trout, they'll get 2-3 feet out of the air, and they're just going crazy. You gotta, the big ones, you gotta fight them a little, well, even the little ones, you gotta fight them a little bit so that you can, so that they're somewhat sane when you get them in the boat, so they're not all floppy and thrashing around and hurting themselves or tearing up stuff inside the boat or hooking into other baits, whatever. Yeah, plus they're a fun fight, and then get your hands wet before you handle them. Otherwise, you'll take off the scales, and they get infections really easy. Trout are way more fragile than bass, but this is a bass video, so we're gonna stop talking about trout. And yeah, that's the video, guys. If you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like it, just I mean, you don't have to subscribe. I guess you don't have to like it either, but comment. Tell me what you need, like you want me to do more of, or if there's anything you want me to show better with the camera, anything like that. Alright, well, tight lines, guys. Take care. Stay safe.